You are.
All right, welcome to Cube Rush this week, the first community Cube Rush brought to you by Marvel Snap Zone. Go check those out. So today we have KanyeBest and Cqarbon doing commentary for us. Unfortunately, the way this works out, we have a couple streamers that will be with us hopefully soon, but we have Mr. Metal gameplay, so we're going to jump right into that and let Kanye and Cqarbon get to work.
Yeah, we're gonna start out by just flaming Mr. Metal for like a full 20 minutes, and then hopefully we can actually jump into some, genuine Cube Rush content. One thing I do want to bring attention to first and foremost is check out Mr. Metal's GIMP outfit. We hope that gives him an advantage in this Cube Rush, although we are not sure. He is in the middle of a subathon. That definitely doesn't give him an advantage in this Cube Rush because I'm pretty sure he's been awake and playing Marvel Snap for like 48 hours with maybe some sleep in between. So be nice on these plays when we see him losing to what I can only assume is a bot.
This guy's absolutely different. He's been streaming for 21 hours. He's dressed up as Kermit the Frog, and he's about to grind out this again for another hour. What an absolute mad lad.
Different.
All right, what's going on here? I don't even know. He's got so much cost reduction here. I think he was gonna play Mystique. I think he's gonna get an additional cost reduction.
I think he's trying to steal the ongoing from the Devil Dinosaur, but the issue he'll have is that there are 3 other ongoings there.
Is it 1 and 3? 1 and 3? Yeah.
1 and 4. Oh yeah, 1 and 3. Yeah, he's got to hit this, or he is a dunzo.
Well, he's just winning though. It's never losing. It's a bot. He's got Sinister London.
He could very easily lose.
He's got a 2/2 Iron Man. This is not losable.
Wouldn't you want to save the Iron Man, the Mystique?
I mean, that's what I would have done, but like. He hits the oh yeah, it was Ant-Man. This is simply non-losable, right?
Yeah, he wins now.
He's got the Wolfsbane. This is just over.
He has Wolfsbane and Iron Man. He's got this. He's got these 8 cubes. These are his.
It's not even funny. It's not even fair. It's literally not even fair. What? Huh?
Correct. Sinister London.
Yeah, but why would you not just play Wolfsbane instead?
Doesn't matter. You could play Ghidorah from there.
I suppose it doesn't matter. I suppose it really doesn't matter, but it's just kind of.
There's no relevance to it.
He found the other way. Wolfsbane was more power technically, I think, than playing Jubilee here.
What? It would go to 9.
Well, it'd go. Well, then it would get copied again.
Right. Yeah, but like.
If you really wanted to just bully the bot, I mean, sure. It's
starting out hot.
Yeah, he takes those 8. Yeah.
We're going to actually see Mr. Metal try hard. Let's go.
By the way, Cqarbon, did you see Willow snapping, saying hey to you in Mr. Metal's chat?
I did not. What's up, Willow? What's good, man?
This is fucked
I'm back. We back, baby. We are back.
He's saying hi to me. He's saying hi to you, but not to me. That's messed up.
Willow, shout out Kanye, man. He's out here. He's out here. Right?
He can't even see. He's in Mr. Metal's chat. He doesn't even know. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah, that guy's crazy person. Literally crazy person.
All right, we're looking at what? A very strong.
He don't want me. What? I'm not in the chat. What is this? What are those just?
Kanye is okay. Thanks, Willow. I appreciate it.
Kanye's alright.
It's okay to be jealous. I don't mind. Mr. Metal should snap on this hand.
Negative into Sarah. He does have bar though. Oh, he's got magic. He can find magic.
Yeah, negative into Sarah, and also has not drawn Iron Man or Mystique yet.
And their opponent's playing stuff into Jotunheim.
Right, like you are like it's clearly a bot.
It's London again. Oh no.
That's fine. Don't play a card here, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't play a card. Please don't play a card.
He's listening to you. So what's it play? You just pass and play negative next turn?
Yeah, but you have to play negative into Jotunheim.
I mean, that's fine. It's just gonna be 0. I mean,
it's fine. Play negative into Jotunheim that way. That's perfect. So yeah, we play negative into Jotunheim, and we just hope we're nailed it. Immediately the correct play.
Did draw the Iron Man. Wait, the opponent just didn't play a card? Oh,
So
a
one of the
bit.
things you should know about bots is they do not make plays that can fill up lanes before turn 5. And so that bot can't play on Sinister London because it
What?
knows the RNG and it knows it would have gone to the flooded area. See that? Goes to the flooded area. Yeah, just that's actually 100% true.
I did not know that. I'm
And-
learning new things every day. I don't even have to go to school.
Yeah. And now we have the magic to win bar with no name. This is an
Okay.
easy win. This game is
Yeah,
just
I am-
as over as it gets.
I am
You
now
gotta
seeing.
put iron. You gotta fill up bar with no name, and then put like things that win the flooded location in Sinister London. This is too greedy. You don't do the Iron Man now. It won't matter because it's a bot. But you fill up the bar with no name, and then you send the Iron Man.
Yeah, well, I can see. Yeah, I can see where you might just like Magic and Punisher into here, because then you could.
It's
Then you're
fine.
potentially playing. Then you're potentially playing. If you do the ordering correct, you play Mystique. You play Iron Man into London, and then Mystique into Bar, right?
It's
And
fine.
then so then the ordering, you get an Iron Man essentially in every location.
I was gonna say it's fine, but
It might not be fine.
it might not be fine. Like, he did correctly get the Iron Man over to the flooded location, but he needs something with at least 6 power to get over there too, and I don't know what that would be. Are we just supposed to play Jubilee, duplicate it over on the left, and hope it pulls something?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we're probably winning the other lane.
Let's see what he stopped picking. He stopped picking Rogue. They don't
He steals Blue Marvel.
Oh,
That's an easy steal of Blue
okay.
Marvel here.
That's pretty good. And does it copy the Rogue with the Blue Marvel effect? That seems yeah.
Wow, he got a bot to retreat.
That's guys crazy with
I'm so proud of him.
All right,
Mr. Metal.
another 4 cubes. He's up to 12. Okay.
It's bad for the Q brush, but it's good for like proving to people that you can actually get bots to retreat, which is always important.
Yeah. Lou, do you want to talk real quick about where people are able to participate in this? Because this is the very first community one, right?
Yes.
You want to shout out real quick where people are able to participate in this?
Yes. So I have. Oh God, I don't think I have it. But if you go to Marvel Snap Zone, there's a QBrush page. You can go there. Also, in the description of the chat for right now, there's also a command. I'll have to look that up and I'll post that in
your
chat.
Thing. I'm typing it right now. It's CRMSZ.
Yes. So if you follow that link, you can. It will take you to the sign up sheet also. And
Dude,
so
he did not just get a Mr. Negative off of Triskelion.
So just so people know
Mr. Negative off of Triskelion.
We're doing the start off stream for Community QBrush right now, but they have 24 hours. So from 6:30, 30 minutes ago today until 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, you have 24 hours to submit. So.
Yeah, definitely be sure to check that out, guys, because it's super cool that we're doing. They were able to do this kind of stuff like this early on in the game. We don't even have like an actual way to like run tournaments or anything. So this is cool. So Super Tech God, thank you for the welcome back. Appreciate you. Glad to have you here, man.
So I am not participating in this Community QBrush right now. Partly because I only play bots, and partly because I'm really trying not to be competitive. But I'll just throw this out there as a benchmark. On the first day of the new season, in the first hour, I was about plus 68 cubes. So that should be like totally doable for anyone who is like me and is in bot elo and basically only plays bots at this point. 100% doable. I don't know if anyone, I don't know how many people there are out there, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who's in bot elo and who gets to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be some amount of people for sure.
I'll be super interested to see if Agent Carter submits.
That's literally what I was just about to say. I was because this guy different, man. This guy different, and I want to see it how because that he's gonna push for like the best possible time. I just want to see that in action. So, Howling Minds, you can't say this is real late, but best of luck to everyone. Have a blast. Thank you so much. Thank you for dropping by the stream. We really appreciate it. So, the Hallex about to get started on mine. Oh, there we go. Okay.
What's going on?
Hallex pulling up.
What's going on, Howling Minds?
Yeah, let's take a look at the game.
How you doing?
Let's see. He's dropping this is really interesting.
So as far as this game goes, it strikes me that we can just win the middle lane and the right lane most likely, but uh-oh.
That is a big
That
hole.
is a big dude.
What does he need to find? Does he have is there an
We got the
Ironheart in that?
mojo, so it'll trigger
Well,
the
he's got the
Angela.
left,
The
yeah,
Iron
right?
Man, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll trigger the Angela too. Okay.
So he's chilling on the left.
That is a big
Oh,
dude.
it was last turn. I thought it was turn 5. I'm literally
No,
stupid. All right, he takes
playing
this.
a whole
Takes
bunch of
8 more
cards.
Qs.
Yeah. Mr. Metal cruising with the Sarah negative deck. Absolutely cruising.
This just look. I'm seeing why this is good now. I was doubting, but yeah, it's looking.
Oh,
yeah.
for those not in the know, Cqarbon hadn't played Marvel Snap in a little bit, and so he came back, and I was like, oh, this is the deck now. And he looked at it and he was like, I don't know how this works at all. this looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see like the potential just to like cheese out so much like energy cost worth of stuff is absolutely disgusting. It's kind of similar to a deck that I was playing. I was playing like a double Sarah deck. So you would play Sarah on turn 4 and then play Mystique or Onslaught on turn 5, and then that deck was also really good. But this is like a more high rolly almost version of that deck. 'Cause you got things like Iron Man that you can hit.
Less high rolly. It's stronger, but it's less
true.
high rolly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's sort of the fundamental thing about this deck, right? You have the downside. Like when your deck doesn't work the way you want it to, you're still a very strong Sarah deck. And when it does work the way you want it to, you have like 4 Iron Men.
Yeah.
That's
How are you getting 4? How are you getting 4?
I don't know, Sinister London?
Oh, okay.
Do you never get lucky or something? I don't
know.
No,
literally never. Dude, today I lost. I played Wave and I had Onslaught on the Citadel, and I literally had a Mystique and Wong and Gammon in hand, and I was so excited. And my opponent played literally a real player.
Yo, we got a Prop X. We got a Prop X. We're talking about bad beats.
Yeah. I lost to a leech from the hub on turn 4 from my Wave.
Nice.
That was fun. But okay. So he's definitely losing the left, but he should have enough power. But he's copying the Iron Man. I think
we kind of lose to something like I don't know how we lose here. There are probably combinations of cards that make us lose, right? Because Bishop looks 8, Punisher is at least 3, so we're looking at about 22 here. So
I mean, it's gonna be rough for them though. Like,
shocker,
this is not enough power.
Nope, they're out. That should be enough for Mr. Metal to win.
Yeah, that should just be plenty. Bishop's gonna get a little bit bigger too here. We're getting Punisher's gonna be pretty big. Yeah.
Oh, 26. Oh, well, yeah, I can do math. I just didn't count the extra Punisher.
Yeah. Has he lost a game yet? I don't think I've seen him lost yet, or even a retreat. This is disgusting.
Mr. Metal has been cruising. These are all positive. He's all positive right now.
Are we checking someone else now?
Looks like we're checking.
Oh, we're seeing. Oh,
get some ads.
Alex with the Verizon ad break.
Go.
Pull up on him.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go back to him as soon as the ad's over.
Okay.
We got 24 cubes for Mr. Metal. Note that because we're gonna be commentating these.
Dude, he's different time periods. He's 15 minutes in. He's 15 minutes in, and he has a quarter. What is he? He's got a quarter of 100 cubes.
That's why I said I pretty easily hit like I wasn't even playing Sarah negative when I hit the 68, 69 cubes in an hour. I was playing a different Sarah Magic deck. I was playing Dracula.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you're playing Sarah negative, you can very easily blow that out of the water.
Yeah, is just kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know what part of it would do you think any of these cards, like in your opinion, need a nerf, or is it just?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what card is there? Card or cards specifically? What do you think that needs?
In order, I would hit Magic, Mr. Negative, and Sarah.
Gotcha. And then what?
In descending order of severity. And Magic, I don't know how to nerf. I think gun to my head, I would hit Magic as hard as I could. I don't know what you would do to her, but whatever keeps her cool and makes her worse, I would do that.
Interesting.
I would take Mr. Negative down to 0 power, and I would take Sarah down to 4 power.
So what about Magic makes it's just being able to surprise your opponent with the 7th turn on turn 6 is just that powerful, but
it's an extra draw with Mr. Negative. It changes the downside of the card. It's an extra 7 mana to use with Sarah. It's a bunch of different things, right?
Yeah.
She raises the floor of your bad draws by so much.
Yeah.
And you are built to be able to deploy anyway, and you really get to do damage when you have Magic. I think Magic, the reason I would nerf her first is because she is an enabler for the other 2 cards, and I'd be interested to see if they're still really good without her giving them extra time to work. Because they key off having that extra time. They have the most synergy of any card in the game with the extra time she gives you.
Yeah.
They are the best things you can do with that extra time.
Yeah.
And so if you hit her, maybe they're worse.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna ask you, like, too, is like, I wonder if she is just not as good in a vacuum, right? You know, if that makes sense. Like, if like she definitely still, well, no, I don't know about off. Like, if she still seems like good, but like without these cards to support her, she's definitely like not as strong. I feel like, but she definitely still like sees play in some archetypes for sure. But like,
It's like a chicken and egg thing.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to just wait and see. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know. Have much information, recent information about like what we're doing, what we're gonna get balance patch wise. I don't know if you guys, have they said anything recently about any balance patch information? Like, are we getting one in the near future?
I think we're 3 weeks out.
3 weeks out. Okay, interesting.
So this game's actually, I think we might have found a bot that beats Mr. Metal here. Because there's a 50% chance that Rogue takes the Colossus instead of the Devil Dino.
Yeah.
And if they just don't play anything, they will win. They will win Dark Dimension. They will. Yeah, he's got to get out of here. He is out of here.
That makes sense. I mean, you just take that. You take your one lot. You still have 40 minutes left. Like.
Yep.
He's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time to play it safe, get a good run in.
I think the play there was to play the Mr. Negative and just hope you get negative Iron Man. I think that was just straight up what you were supposed to do on turn 6.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have worked because he ended up drawing Sarah. But I think when you're in a situation like that, you got to go for it.
Yeah. Like, that's what I've been trying to do. Like, if I'm in a scenario where my opponent has not snapped, and like I have not snapped, nobody's committed the resources to this, right? And it looks like I'm gonna like I definitely looks like it's gonna lose. I just go for like the crazy RNG play, right? There's no downside to doing it because you can just retreat, right? You know, obviously if they snap and you got a bad hand, you might head out of there. But all right, so we're gonna.
I think it's like a little more complex than that, but not that much more complex.
Yeah.
Like, it's you got to play to win the game, right? And if your normal strategy isn't sufficient to win the game, you should be trying to increase variance, right?
Yeah, you absolutely just have to play to your outs, right? You can't just be, you have to be able to adapt mid game, and this deck in particular is I can just tell is extremely flexible in its game plan. There's so many different combinations of cards that are winning you the game, different strategies and stuff. So it like I know that this is like a very good deck, but I'm sure you also have to kind of think about it a little bit, make sure you're making the right plays with it.
You even have to think about it in deck building, right? Like, the inclusion of Rogue is a concession to the mirror match, basically.
Yeah.
If you're playing against only bots, which I think at Infinite, Mr. Metal should be playing against a lot of bots, Rogue's not that good.
That's true. That's true. Rogue, yeah.
Like, there are considerations to be made for like who you are playing against, and as much as this sucks to say, bots are real. And if you're playing a competitive cube rush, like if Agent Carter does submit, I can tell you for a fact that he will be taking the bots into consideration.
Yeah.
That is the thing he does.
Yeah.
And if he wins because of that, it'll be because he took the bots into consideration, because you have to play against who you're going to see. And if you're Agent Carter, or even if you're Mr. Metal, who normally, all due respect to him, is in the bracket with a lot of other people, he's been playing for like 40 hours. He's way ahead of where everyone else is in terms of elo now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll notice he's only played one human so far. It's been 20 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think? So I'd be interested to hear. I think you were talking about this a little bit. You were talking about this a little bit yesterday. But what? So how do you build this? Do you change anything other than Rogue against the bot matchup, or does the deck mostly stay the same, or does it change like in any like big like substantial way, or how is that?
Mostly the same. It's really just a question of what you do with the Rogue slot. I think if you're farming bots, based on my experience, the best thing to do with the Rogue slot is Sunspot.
Yeah.
But people who disagree, right? Like I think Sunspot does a lot to cover the weaknesses of this deck on the downside when you're not curving out. And you can always make that up on the back end by playing a bunch of free cards with negative and Iron Man. Mr. Metal extending this game, but he might actually be in some trouble. No. Okay. So right now the opponent is benefiting pretty heavily from Baxter building. And it's unlikely that they're going to be able to handle... I guess what we're afraid of here... What I would do here is play Iron Man on Baxter building. But what we're afraid of...
That's losing, no? If they play...
If you play like the Hulk, right?
Why is he playing Sarah? What?
I don't know.
Am I just...
Does he not realize it?
I think he forgot it was the last turn.
Do you think he's throwing on purpose, or?
I think he's been streaming for 21 hours. Is my professional doctor opinion. I'm not really sure. I saw the Sarah come down. I was like, I didn't realize he had ended the turn. I thought he was just putting that out as a joke or something. So
I thought it was kind of a joke too.
All right, well,
we're gonna bounce over to Hallex. It looks like here.
Yeah.
One thing to know about Mr. Metal is he is never joking. Never. It's very serious, competitive Marvel Scrap streamer.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're looking at. Okay, they got the negative off the Triskelion. So is this is an Apocalypse deck then, right? We're playing, Apocalypse League. Those are the cards that were in the deck. Yeah.
It looks like it. I see a Sif.
Yeah, Angela, Apocalypse, Sif, Swarm. Those are the cards that were in the deck.
Yeah.
And we are heavily advantaged going into this turn.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be.
I gotta imagine you snap on this.
Yeah,
Alex
he is gonna go for it. We'll see if Kess stays in.
11 power on Stark Tower is not impossible to achieve, though. I gotta say, I guess in that situation we'd just be like, you never win tie breaks, which is probably true. So I think we're probably locked here to win. Kest should not stand.
Yeah. Let's see. He has to somehow put 11 in the Stark Tower,
and also win tie breaks.
And he's got to put or he has to put. I don't know if he's got any way to put power in Triskelion. Probably.
You can do that. Yeah, like if he plays like Ironheart and no, can't think of anything because we go to 24 in the middle because he's got to win the middle and put power in Triskelion. So I don't think there's a card. I think if I'm him, if I'm the other guy, if I'm Kest,
it's
I'm
absolutely urgent. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. So, all right. Well, he gets a cube on the board. He's got to move. He's got to move along now. He's not. This is suboptimal. Like,
chop.
Did you guys aware? Did they fix the 4 cubes? Wait. Oh, okay, 1 cube. I was like,
y'all gotta pick it up. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys aware of the bug? Did they fix the bug where you can click through the end menu faster?
I don't know how to replicate it, but I've done it occasionally.
Yeah, I can. I think you can only do it on mobile. I have not been able to do it on BlueStacks.
Oh, we got a world.
Okay, hang on.
We got a snap on this, right? We have Angela.
Probably, yeah.
We got him. Snap. Either they'll leave or we win.
Yeah. What do they lose to here? Just like an anything with Iron Man, I think.
Iron Man. This is like every point slam deck. Their weakness in terms of individual lanes is what if our opponent plays something that works multiplicatively instead of additively.
Yeah. Okay, so Andrew's gonna come down. So I'm assuming we're gonna see a Sword Master next turn. That's a lot of stats.
Gotta be. And because we're really good at the game, we're always hitting Apocalypse here.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this is discarding Apocalypse here.
Yeah, we got this. Easy.
I'm sending him my energy right now.
This is the easiest Apocalypse discard of my entire life.
I mean, he's got to pick up the pace, and he's got to be able to catch up to Mr. Metal. There's no way.
We gotta. Let's see how it goes. Yep.
Yeah, he's very excited. He's very excited about this.
Hey. Yeah.
Takes their treat. He did not snap though, so he's only getting 1 cube wins. You got to move along.
This is why I was saying he should have snapped immediately, given the hand that he had.
Yo,
there's very few things that are going to beat him there.
Jags TV, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome guys to the Marvel Snap Zone. sponsored community QBrush stream. We're just checking out some different streamers who are getting their hour-long run in. If you guys want to take a look at, if you guys are interested in participating in this, this is our first event that's open to the community. You guys can head over to marblesnapzone.com and check out the QBrush tab, and you guys can read about how you can submit your hour-long QBrush video and try to get first place on the leaderboard. So,
thank you for your all caps response. Glad you're learning how to play Snap.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's cool. It's cool seeing more people getting involved in the community. It's really awesome. So, yeah, super happy to have you. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going into this next game here. We see a Mojo. We got Monster Island early, and we see Onslaught on the right. He's playing Ant-Man in this deck.
Just go into this Ant-Man lane and just say, like, we're probably playing Electra there. I don't think we want to play Electra there now, though. Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic.
You want to save it for the Mojo world. Potential free win. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Nightcrawler, but like still it.
Even if you're saving it not for Mojo World, you don't want to give them open spots, right? So you want to play it on the last possible turn that you can. So even if we assume Apocalypse is 6, we're still playing that Electra on 5 to get as much information as we can there before we know what we're doing with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the other hand, it did let us curve out like this.
Yeah, this is pretty.
Argue with that.
That's pretty good.
But now we're sort of overcommitted. We're not going to be able to fill up the Onslaught Citadel lane and the Mojo world. Yeah, so it's kind of a
we're playing exactly 3 cards most likely here, right?
No, we're playing 2.
Oh, that's right, because Apoc is going to take.
So we have to choose, right? We just choose if we're going to go. We have to go into Citadel, basically. Like, we're priced into going into Citadel because we play the Blade there.
Yeah, well, Ant-Man is winning that most likely. So you're just going Monster Island to Citadel most likely. So are you going Swordmaster here?
I'm going Swordmaster, Citadel, Apocalypse, Monster Island. Yeah, it's 20 power.
Yeah.
It's not, the greatest thing we can be doing, but we are priced in at this point.
Oh, yeah, that's game. I don't think
we're done. Right? We leave. Get out. Get out of this game. Leave.
He is absolutely not winning this. Surely there's no world where he's winning this.
Yeah.
He's aware. Yeah. Okay. That's a good retreat. Yeah, that was a little awkward.
All right,
I know. I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna switch back over to Metal for a game or two.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let's jump back. Let's hop back over and take a look and see.
Mr. Metal got a Nokia off the Triskelion, just like the old days. Got a completely useless Destroyer and a Hobgoblin we're definitely not comfortable playing. So it's really just, we're gonna win one of these Iron Man lanes, right? We're gonna put an Iron Man in one of these lanes and we're gonna win it.
Yeah. I'm seeing Iron Man into the Xandar.
Interesting. Yeah, we're putting Iron Man in both of these lanes.
Yeah, just
sick. It seems like it's. Can that Nightcrawler move?
I don't know. I don't know.
If that Nightcrawler can move, we might get got here. Oh, hey, what are we witching into?
He's flipping the Xandar.
What are we witching into?
Oh no!
We lost 4 cubes!
Oh my gosh.
We lost 4 cubes!
Cheating bots.
Hey, yo!
That was pretty disgusting. Imagine knowing. Can you imagine how insane Scarlet Witch would be if
hold on. You said that's completely disgusting. If you look at it, they win regardless.
Yeah, that's
so it doesn't even matter that they flip to Mojo.
Well, no, because
they just had to flip out of.
Wait, what was it? Was it 16-20?
Yeah. They just had to flip out of Xandar. It had to be anything but Xandar.
Oh, anything but Xandar, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
So, that was just a straight up good play.
Yeah,
that was just a straight up correct thing for the bot to do. It was not like they know they're getting that. Just anything but Xandar wins that lane.
That's true. I mean, there is some, I'm trying to think.
Anything but Xandar and the other lanes that buff things like Xandar, but you're very favored to hit something that isn't that.
Yeah, that's true. And if you hit anything any of the negative power deals,
negative power blows the
Iron Man out of
the water. Yeah. Even though you have more units there, it just obliterates it.
Yeah. I really wanted to know Mr. Metals what was going on. He was just random dance party there. I don't know if y'all were paying attention to that.
I see some Pepe frogs dancing on the screen. I don't know if that has.
He does look like them right now.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold
the
on.
Baron Mordo! What is going on?
Wait, that's
The
kind of
Triskelion.
rough.
It's coming off the Triskelion.
Oh,
But
yeah. What?
are we like a little brick tier?
Yeah,
No, there's
yeah,
no way,
yeah.
man. There's no way you're supposed to put Angela and Bishop in the same lane. There's no shot.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that maybe go into, I don't know, maybe sewer system.
Any other lane.
Yeah.
Pick any other lane. There's no shot they're supposed to be in the same lane. You have Iron Man Mystique. You need two things to multiply. Angela and Bishop are right there.
Yeah.
This is we're just putting everything in this lane. Okay. All right. Sure.
You just play you just double in Xandar, easy win.
It's fine. It is actually fine, but like, man, I don't know why we did it like this.
Yeah.
We about to
Or cloning Sarah. Wait.
I think this is like greedy enough that like, it probably won't be punished, but you shouldn't do this against a human.
Yeah.
You have the option to have two Iron Men, and usually you're gonna need them. And if you get punished here for your greed by a bot, I really don't know what to say.
Yeah. That's pretty rough. I can't. I had an interesting question, and I can't remember what I was gonna ask now.
This is so greedy. Like, we have no actual threats in these other lanes. Like, what are we multiplying? We're gonna play the Mighty Thor? Are we the Mighty Thor gamers? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, we have
I think he's just kind of. I don't know.
No, this works, right? You put Mr. Negative, Iron Man, Wolfsbane, and then you hope they never win Tinker's Workshop. They just don't have 9 power.
Okay, well, they have. Well, it's not last turn, right? They have.
Right. I don't like. Okay, so we're going in on Xandar now, right? Are we confident in Tinker's Workshop? They're just never doing it.
Bishop's gonna get 3 procs. It looks like he should be winning middle pretty easily.
He should win this whole game pretty easily, I think.
Yeah.
But we kind of made it harder than it had to be.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's playing with very high amount of confidence right now.
That's true.
Just
like
with the way the deck's been and the way he's been rolling, and it's a bot. I think he's just like, I'm good.
Well, he is at 21. He's down from when he was earlier, so
it's true.
He's slowed
Bishop
down.
Angela, Jags TV, I will tell you, as good as it gets. Those are the best cards in the pool by a lot. Okay, so we should win this, right?
Jane middle is interesting.
I mean, it could have just been Punisher. Yeah, it probably should have just been Punisher, but it's kind of irrelevant. We win this game, right? Like, there's nothing that can make us lose it.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. You really should not. You're just not in a losing position here at all.
I think.
I mean, I'm trying to think of cards that win.
Find out. Oh no! We didn't manage to lose, but we did manage to get our own mojo.
The counter proc here.
Hey, yo, we got our own mojo in the house.
Yeah, Mojo's a super interesting card. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this deck in particular. That there's a bunch of cards in this deck that like it's kind of interesting. So like Mojo in particular, is Mojo just straight up good enough as a card? I'm assuming the answer is yes, but just like it's just straight up good enough as a card that is this. There's no point in discounting it with Mr. Negative. I'm just wondering if that, because there's some cards in this deck. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Some cards in this deck. Yeah. So that okay. Yeah.
Mojo is 2 mana, 8 power. That's gross.
That's kind of what
That's
I was.
an absurd card.
Yeah.
It has upside when you can copy it with Mystique when you don't draw the Iron Man or whatever.
Oh, I didn't think about that too. Yeah.
It's just good. It's just good. And it's a great card to play for 1 mana after Sarah. It's part of what makes you a functional Sarah deck as opposed to just a negative high roll deck. Great card, outstanding, goes in a lot of decks.
Yeah, you have to have some 2-drops, right? To be able to, like, you can't just play like 3 3-drops in the last turn. I feel like is not as good as playing that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the last turn usually has 7 mana, but yes.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure. All right,
Just
so we're going to.
Just to let y'all know, after this game, we're going to switch back to the other guy.
All right, that sounds good. All right. Oh, we see a cloning vets.
Cloning Vets is a bit weird for this deck because it sort of encourages you to play. Like, whenever I'm on Cloning Vets, I can tell you this. Whenever I'm on Cloning Vets, I play worse. Because I get
Because
I get seduced by the power of the Cloning Vets, and I do a bunch of dumb shit, and it happens every time. It's
It
consistent.
just does not work out. Let's see. I'll say Jammernaut asking question. What are your thoughts on the Punisher slot in Sarah Negative? So I mean, I guess I'll just say I haven't had as much experience with this, so I'm looking at it as like a you're running it mainly as just like a nice card with Sarah and a decent, like, you Mr. Negative. It's not incredible with Mr. Negative, but like potentially, like, if you have Mr. Negative and Sarah down, you're playing it as a 1/3, and then it just scales from there. So it's almost like another Wolfsbane, almost, I guess. So
That's
it's
exactly
just and that's why you're running it over stuff like Swordmaster and that kind of, or Maximus, because Mr. Negative, it doesn't have, those don't have synergy with Mr. Negative at all. So that's what I'm thinking is the reason. Did I miss anything there?
You only missed a little bit, as we see this rogue on the Cloning Vats stealing the Devil Dino, and then he's about to do it again. That's disgusting. But what you're missing, I think, is mostly, it has synergy with Onslaught, or not Onslaught, it has synergy with Mystique, the other card that does that. So you can, if you need to, you can copy her thing. If she gets flipped and copies a Punisher, she's a 0, cost 7. That's just a completely fine card if you're missing the Iron Man.
Or does he have the? It looks like he. I didn't even think about that rogue keeping that. That's disgusting. I didn't even think about that. That's pretty gross.
She's a strong card.
Yeah, I guess this is a matchup. Like, I guess you're keeping it for the mirror mostly, but this is working out really good in this scenario.
I mean, there are definitely going to be some people trying Devil Dino Nick Fury things, and Rogue is very strong against Devil Dino.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see, we're going into the final turn here. I think he's winning this. He does have another Dino in hand. It's going to be a pretty big Dino, so he just has to kind of.
I actually think this is a guessing game. It's where is our opponent going?
Yeah,
because if our opponent goes left, I kind of think they win if Mr. Metal plays in the middle. I think he's supposed to play on the left and just say you never get to 17 power. But here's the thing. A Sentinel and a Devil Dinosaur are the things we know they have in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh, he gets the crush.
Oh, no! Hit that uninstall button, dude! Get out of here!
That's devastating.
Oh, he's forced.
That is devastating!
We're gonna switch away on that.
We're going back to Hallex. We're completely ditching Mr. Metal, leaving in his own devices. We'll have to find out if he. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see if he won that game.
Alex looking at a -3 cubes, but he's up against the bot, so this is a great chance to get back on the horse.
Yeah, we see Mirror early. He can get some stuff in there now. Looks like. So just dump the Yondu. Get a little bit of information.
Yondu the Deathlock. One thing to note about Hallex is that he is currently collection level 420 something, I believe. So if you're wondering about some of the inclusions in his deck, why he's playing what he's playing, keep in mind that his collection level is still relatively low. So don't go like dissing my man over here.
Yeah, I love how people are able to like stay competitive and still compete. Even with just the pool 1 and 2 cards, like people just like grind it out, and it's really impressive to me. Like obviously, yeah, you want to unlock these new cards and build some cool new decks, but it is cool to see people having fun with the game and enjoying the game with just the more of the starter cards. So
there are definitely decks that I think you can build in Pool 1 and Pool 2 that would be able to put up decent finishes over the course of an hour if you got enough bots, basically.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously, if you're trying to play the most optimal, you're going to need Pool 3 cards. Like, you're never building the most optimal deck in the game with just Pool 1 and Pool 2 cards. But
what I don't like from Hallex here is how patient he was with the Bishop. I think I would have liked to deploy that as soon as possible. He prioritized the Muir Island procs, which is fine, but he also just gets to move that Nightcrawler around. And that's a decent enough thing to take away from Muir Island, honestly. Like, if it is that you can move 4 power around the board while they have to keep committing. So I think maybe he was supposed to hold back on that Electra Angela play last turn, and think a little more about playing the bishop instead.
Yeah, like I always think with bishop, I'm like you should be trying to get that card down as soon as possible. Like you may miss one or two power from your island, but you're gonna make it up just with the bishop and just having that that ramping power every turn is just so good.
The
Like
Jubilee into America, Chavez. That
I'm
is
good.
a tough spot to be in.
I'm getting PTSD now.
I
Yeah,
think this was pretty
flashbacks.
clear though, right? We Lady Sif on Dream Dimension.
Yeah.
And then I want to say, unless they brick themselves entirely here. Oh, Hallex is devastated. He wanted the 8 cubes from that.
Yeah.
He wanted those 8 cubes bad.
Yeah.
He needed them. He needed those cubes.
Yeah. He's -2, which is respectful. He can bring it back, but he's already what 23 minutes into this run. He needs to queue. He needs to go here.
Rank 69 though. Let's go.
Yeah, takes those.
And Agent Carter in the chat pointing out the bots, what could be in their deck because he is the expert.
Yeah, no. Agent Carter, I don't know if you guys are aware. Agent Carter has a program, which is, I don't know, I guess I would call it an Excel spreadsheet that he calls What Bot Got. And it does a pretty decent job of you enter what you're seeing and it spits out what the list the bot is playing is, basically. So he is very, very aware of this. The Quicksilver Domino deck, only a couple possible permutations.
Wait, that's really interesting, actually, Agent Carter. So do you so there's only certain set decks that the bots run? It's not it's just not
That
random.
is the current theory, yes.
Wow, that's actually kind of
I
insane.
have heard it floated that the bots generate tech cards out of nowhere, but that strikes me as something that is likely confirmation bias.
Yeah, well, it's hard to test this kind of stuff, right? You have to unless you're playing just an absurd amount of games, which I get. Agent Carter's the perfect person to do that, obviously, but
the devs themselves say that every bot deck is handmade. So as far as I'm concerned, that puts it to rest.
Yeah.
But it does sort of feel like I get leeched a lot more when I'm playing Apocalypse versus when I'm not.
Yeah.
I may not be Agent Carter level, but I am roughly an Agent Carter elo when it comes to playing a lot of bots. Yeah. So I for example, I finished last season at about 330. I wouldn't be shocked if you finished at double that. That's just how it is. But we're kind of going off here, although it's interesting. This Red Skull might end up being more of a negative than a positive in that we have to. This Red Skull fundamentally ends up being a 5/6, right? This is where Apocalypse is a tough ask, right? We would normally be able to save this Electra until the next turn and then win this game off of killing the Uatu for sure, right? Yeah. Now Apocalypse costs 6. We have to prioritize playing that. That's a little dangerous. Atlantis into the hub into Arnim Zola.
I feel like this was an interesting play. I wonder, I think it was correct to play the Swarms into Stark Tower there, no?
I would have played the Swarms into Stark Tower, yes.
Yeah,
but I also don't think it particularly matters. Bishop is going to get a bunch of...
it's potentially losable now if he's not playing. He's got to put some. He's got to put him in now.
He has to put. Losable. I think he just has to put the last Swarm there.
That's true, yeah.
Because Bishop is getting 5 procs this turn. Lizard is going down 3.
Assuming he's playing the last card there, yeah. It's interesting that he didn't snap. I would have snapped probably substantially earlier, on turn maybe 4.
I think he's got a pretty decent chance at getting this one though.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what one card would win this lane. The Hulk takes them up to 15, and we go significantly higher than 15.
Yeah, we're going 20 here. Okay, let's see. Well, they're losing the power on Lizard as well.
Yeah, the Hulk takes them up to 15. Magneto 16. Oh. Sorry. Got the 4 cubes.
He's very excited about that. All right, he's back in the positive.
Back in the positives. I'd be excited too.
Agent Carter's asking, I'm out of the loop. Missed Q for the last few weeks. Probably too late for this week, but how do I enter in the future? Agent Carter, if you want, you can head over to Marvel Snap Zone. Lootmucher's got the command for you in chat. And you've got, was it within the next 24 hours, I think you can submit a run. Is that right, Loot?
Right. This one is the community cube rush. So, Agent Carter, if at any point you record an hour of your gameplay, you can enter it. As long as you record it within the next 23 hours. So
Yeah.
starting an hour ago, there's a 24-hour window opened up where anyone at all can record an hour of their gameplay, send it in with the Marvel Snap Zone Community Cube Rush, and then you will be able to enter. Personally, if you do, I will expect you to win. So there's a little pressure on you there.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not entering out of a desire to not focus myself around competitive content, but B, a desire to not abuse bots. Like not just be like, I'm the greatest cube rusher ever because I'm in bot elo. But I did a little test myself, and I got to about 69 cubes in the first hour of the reset, and that was without you. That was with playing your Dracula deck. I wasn't even playing Sarah Miracle with negative or anything like that. So I think, frankly, that I would expect you to beat that. I have high hopes for you, Agent Carter, if you do choose to participate.
And just to point out for Agent Carter or anyone else interested, you follow that link in the webpage. It explains everything to you. There's a link there. You click it, and that's the form. You'll fill out a few little things, and that's how you'll submit everything. And then there'll be a leaderboard go up, and we'll have all the results once we get everyone submitted.
One thing to keep in mind for people who plan on recording their gameplay on Twitch is that you should make sure that you have VODs enabled if you're going to link a Twitch VOD, and make sure that you find a way to download it if that is not acceptable.
Yes.
Yeah, you did definitely want to make sure. I think mine got like shut off, I thought, randomly. Like it was kind of weird. Like I had them on previously, and then I had went in and something, I don't know if an update happened or whatever, but I just had my VODs were off for a few of my streams. So yeah, just double check and make sure, you guys, for sure, if you're that's a good,
you don't want
really,
anyone to feel bad
really
about
good point. So what's this Dracula list you were just talking about? Is that like a variation of this kind of like the more advanced version of this like pool 2 discard that Hallex is playing?
I hate to break it to you, but it's actually just another Sarah Magic deck. It turns out that the best shell for basically everything in this game is Sarah Magic, and Agent Carter's been working with a Dracula Sarah deck it is effectively the advanced version of this deck. Yes, but it's the advanced version by virtue of being able to abuse Sarah and Magic and Dracula in this context, right? It's a little bit behind, in my opinion, a little bit behind the Sarah negative decks. But it is a very functional and workable deck if you don't have Mr. Negative. It's a pretty solid variant of the Sarah Miracle archetype, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
okay,
so
Apocalypse going up. Nightcrawler moves. Oh, Nightcrawler doesn't move. Nightcrawler moves to Olympia, and then Apocalypse wins the workshop. Or
that's what it's looking like to me. Or he can
just be like 16 is bigger than anything you can play on Strange Academy. Either way, snap this.
Yeah, I absolutely
snapped a while ago, but definitely snap now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah, so he should be taking middle with this Nightcrawler, and then they still have to put 1 power on the right side because he's gonna be left with 10 power there.
There's things worth considering, right? Because like we move the Nightcrawler to the middle, we go up 2 from the Nightcrawler, we go up 1 from playing a card, we go up 3 from the Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
I think this is correct. It kind of covers all your bases. It's really rough.
We can lose to Blue Marvel.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking is Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
And we're losing to, but
no Blue Marvel here. Got the 4 cubes. Hallex at 6.
Very nice. He's bringing it back. He's about half an hour in, but he's bringing it back. All right. Yeah, quick, faster. Go.
Presumably, you have to start the clock at the beginning of a game rather than a second before the end of one. Wow. Already trying to figure out how to bug abuse the format, but yes, you would start it when you start the game. That is egregious.
Oh, is Mr. Metal... Oh. Did he reset?
I think he had I'm not sure. I will check with him.
I don't see it.
He's reset. He's back at cube count 0. He's not rushing anymore. I think he's like that was scuffed. And it
hasn't been an hour, yeah.
Hallex looking at an
that kinda
Angela
makes
in Dark Dimension, which I think is
Now,
usually
please-
a good usage of Angela, but the problem he'll run into is that he can't play any of his discard cards in Dark Dimension. So if that last one over there bricks off his discard cards, like if it's Crimson Cosmos or miniaturized Lab, he's in a situation where he's got a lot more work to do. Now he's playing his discard cards in the big house. He can't use Apocalypse to win it. That Yondu should probably go in the middle. You don't want to value the discard here. You want to put that in the middle so we have something to do with Angela.
Yeah, that makes sense. It just like ideally here you're wanting to hit the Angela ult to the full 3 times and get her up to that 7 power. Does hit the Apocalypse. Which is, well, never mind. It's Lady Sif. I'm dumb. It's always
We're a
the
little
Apocalypse.
bit reliant. Hopefully, we draw another discard card. See, this is weird, right? We have to play that Nightcrawler in Dark Dimension. If it were me, I'd play the Nightcrawler in Dark Dimension right now. I'd put the Ant-Man in the big house.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just feel like we're really blowing this Angela lane. Like, if no matter what happens next turn, if we fill this lane up, because it's not like he can move the Nightcrawler to the mini lab now.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like you're missing an Angela proc here.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's not actually an Angela proc because the Nightcrawler would have been gone by the time the Angela flips face up. But
are you saying move the Nightcrawler to like?
If it seems like he wants to move it to mini lab. That seems to be what he's trying to do here. See, now we're just sort of like, okay, we have to play the Swarm in the middle. We have to play the Electra in the middle. Because that's where we need the actual, that's where we need to win, I would assume.
Yeah.
Unless we've just totally 100% given up on doing that, and we're just saying that Apocalypse and Nightcrawler win mini lab 100%, but then we wouldn't have wanted to fill this up.
Yeah, I mean this is just really awkward. This is a really awkward position, especially with these locations too, really restricting where he's able to play stuff.
Yep.
And it'll be interesting to see. So
you
it looks
arrive
like
at-
okay, he's gonna go for the angel kill, which I don't know if is this correct?
I don't think it's necessarily that bad because it puts your opponent in a situation where they might not just have enough cheap cards.
Yeah.
And from here we can just play the Apocalypse on the mini lab and be pretty sure we're going to be fine because our opponent, for whatever reason, did not play a card. I guess, it's because the bots don't understand Dark Dimension and they don't play into it unless all their other lanes are filled up. But they only had 4, 5, and 6 cost cards, so they could only play in the big house.
That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah, that's what happened here.
So he's winning.
We're winning.
That pretty handily. We're winning, yeah.
All
right, he's gonna take those 4 cubes and go up to 10. Very nice, very nice. He's moving along. He's got 25 minutes left in the round here.
He's probably gonna pass Mr. Metal's first run.
Well,
so promising.
So just an update for y'all. I jumped in and talked with Mr. Metal. He had that DC, and then he kind of tilted and ended up and disconnected again, and then raged quit a little bit before an hour. So he ended at 19.
Hallex on the way.
Is he doing another run? Did you ask?
I don't think so. I think he's done with it. I think 19. I think he's posted 19. Yep.
Gotcha. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, the disconnects are really rough, and I mean it's to be expected in a game in beta, but it's just it is a rough deal when you're trying to do competitive play here. So,
well, it's not just a game in beta; it's a game in beta that you're emulating.
Yeah, that's true too. I guarantee you that's not helping either. All right, so let's see. We got 4 cards off of Triskelion here. That's what I was gonna ask. What do you think of Kanye? What do you think of Triskelion as a location? I think it's super, super interesting, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it.
I love Triskelion.
Yeah,
I think it is super cool. I think people complaining about when I first read it, I was like, oh man, does this replace the cards in my hand? And then I played with it and it was like, it doesn't. And so now I get how you can read this and be mad at it, but once you play with it, there's no way to be mad at it.
Yeah.
Oh, is Hallex gonna try the Brood? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. They always have 2 power. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, Hallex. No.
Wait, is this a bug? Wait. I have not.
Bug,
I missed this. I missed this.
Brood is in fact a bug.
Okay, all right, but like, you know what I mean?
Yes, no, it is a bug. The Hulks only have 2 power because Brood, if he were to pick one of those Hulks, he would see that it has been set to 2 power thanks to Brood's effect, which says create 2 with the same power, so it's always 2. You see that? Equals 2. Base 11 equals 2.
Yeah.
That is a bug, but that is currently how it works, yes.
Yeah, that's kind of rough, yeah. Let's see, so the Scarlet Witch comes down the middle and flips to Crimson Cosmos, which is somewhat rough here. And he's got
What
Goose.
I think is rough here,
He's got Goose on the left as well.
I think we might have wanted to play Nightcrawler and Carnage the Goose.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure, because normally we would want to try to be able to scale with Bishop, right? Normally we're like, Bishop outscales, but without the ability to play cards in Crimson Cosmos, and with Gamma Lab being filled up, there's a pretty notable cap on Bishop's power.
Yeah, for absolutely.
So,
like he's only going to be able to play. Yeah, this is just really awkward. Just like
super awkward.
Like what? Like I don't even know what you're playing here. Like, are you just playing? You can't play Crossbones at all. But you can play him on the right, but there's no reason to. It's just you'd rather play some more like just bulk cards, buff this Bishop up, maybe steal this Monster Metropolis buff. But
I think
is he gonna Carnage?
I think in this specific situation, I would move the Nightcrawler to Crimson Cosmos and play 2 discard cards. I would play Swordmaster and Lady Sif.
Yeah.
And then I would...
Puts 10 power in there, potentially, probably...
Right, I think what I'm worried about is I don't know if he understands that if Bishop gets bigger, it'll steal the buff from the guy that has it right now in the lane on Monster Metropolis. It's a 6 power swing.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is get a guy that's bigger than 6 power. Here's the Carnage is going to do it. The Carnage is going to take it. We're going to be at 11. And so winning that lane suddenly becomes much easier to do now, right?
Yeah, we've got the
Swordmaster. We can win that lane easily. We're going to win now. I'm not sure we needed a Carnage to do that. I think probably we were supposed to Carnage the turn before instead, but this is a very easy to win game from here.
Yeah. You're just dropping the Angel with the Swordmaster, I think, right?
Same as dropping Chavez, but yeah, Angela.
The Goose is gone. The Goose is gone now, yeah. But why are you playing? Oh, I suppose Electra for the extra proc, yeah.
Yeah, free proc on Angela, why not?
Oh, so that is more than Chavez then, isn't it?
Yeah, and we just dare them to. If you haven't snapped, you should snap.
Yeah.
Easy. Snap it. Let's go. I'm rooting for 8 cubes. Let's go. White Tiger, not enough. Rocket Raccoon, not enough. 8 cubes coming in hot.
I like how animated he is. He's so happy about
it. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome seeing that good energy here. So
yeah.
Look, I'm just saying he's close to overtaking metal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Listen, Agent Carter says in chat. So an Iron Man into Hulk via Gamma Lab has 22 power.
An Iron Man into Hulk via Gamma Lab has 22 power.
Is that accurate?
The Iron Man, no. The only bug that I've seen, I mean, he might know. This might be something he's telling us, rather than a question he's asking.
Yeah,
the only bug that I've seen with that is if you double the Human Torch's power before Gamma Lab procs, it will have 22 power.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It gets a permanent thing, like it gets a status attached to it that says doubled, right, when it's on the battlefield. It works differently from Deadpool, which comes back with the extra power.
Wait, so for example, if I had my 2 power Human Torch and doubled it to 4 and then buffed it with Ironheart,
the buffs also stick.
Does it it gets doubled again?
No, it would get doubled and then buffed with the Ironheart buff. So if you had Human Torch that you put to 4 and then gave it 2 more, it would be 22 plus 2, so it would be 24 if it turned into the Hulk.
Interesting. So it's just because it's getting transformed and keeping the ability, and
it keeps any effects it already has. This is the same reason that the Broods kept the 2 power, because they have an effect that sets them to 2 power.
Gotcha.
So if you play, for example, Star-Lord, that triggers on Gamma Lab, it will get a 14 power Hulk when it turns into it, because that is applied to the card fully. So it ends up being a Hulk with the Star-Lord trigger, so it's 14 power.
Gotcha.
Things that are applied to the card but are not intrinsic properties of the card is how I would phrase it.
Yeah.
So Sunspot, if you buff a Sunspot and it gets turned into the Hulk, it'll keep the buffs, but it won't gain any more. It no longer has the ability, but it has the additional power.
Gotcha. And is this confirmed? Is this interaction like just these interactions like confirmed like buggy? Like
yes,
this
they're
is
confirmed
not
buggy.
okay.
When the devs were asked about it, I believe Steven Jarrett responded that it was these were unintentional, but they were very fun. And I actually agree, because frankly, they made the location a lot more fun than just playing Mr. Sinister and Brood in every deck.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think they made the location way more fun by keeping it the way that it is. It is much cooler now than it would have been if it worked how people want it to work.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So
Well, I suppose sorry, go ahead.
just want to jump in real fast because we've been streaming for over an hour, so I know y'all have other stuff to do. So we don't have to go this full 16 more minutes with him. Y'all just let me know when y'all want to wrap it up.
We're running until 8.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. Another 12 minutes, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Like we can stick around to that. Take a look at much more Hallex gameplay. All right, so what do we see? A Spider-Man coming down in the middle. It's gonna get 3 procs. Spider-Woman is a card that I wish was good.
She's all right, and I think that's fine, frankly. Like, I think she's okay. It's fine. Not every card needs to be good. She has the upside of being a 4/8. I think a lot of the 4-drops right now are very bad. I think that's more of a thing, right? There are very few imbalanced and broken 4-drops. The best ones are Rescue, Devil Dino, and Strong Guy, which, those are fine cards. They tend to be like just stat sticks, though. I think 4-drops, I would say, are very well balanced. They're all kind of in line with each other with different costs and upsides that you have to build around. Whereas, like, when you move into 5-drops, you get like super broken stuff like Sarah and Magic and Iron Man. A lot of the 6-drops have 4-drop problems as well, but there are ways to sort of cheat them out. And I think basically Spider-Woman, a good card, but not necessarily one that is ever going to be played in a bunch of meta decks.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's a good card to give players early on. Just kind of learn about the mechanics of the game, and it's pretty straightforward card. It's not and like you said, it's not a bad card, but it's not a great card.
I think it's basically completely fine if you want to. A lot of the 4-drops seem to be built around a baseline of about 8 to 10 power.
Yeah.
Their upside is about 8 to 10 power. So, and there are various conditions that you have to achieve for getting that, right? Kazar, you have to play, more than 4 1-drops, right? You get that 8 to 9 power, right? For Spider-Woman, you have to hit her on a full lane, and she'll be effectively an 8 power swing. And there are plenty of ways to, make that more with Odin, for example. But right now, I would describe Spider-Woman as fair.
Yeah.
She's a fair card.
Absolutely.
Right now, the metagame is about doing unfair stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
From a standpoint, too, from a design standpoint, you got to have cards that just, like, let people get into the game. And I think that's what she is, and I think that's what Lizard is. Like, there's uses for them.
No, Lizard is a meta card. Lizard is good.
I mean, but I'm saying that's why he got buffed and stuff like that. He's not blowing the game up or anything.
No, but Lizard is a good card now.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying cards like that. There's cards that exist that can be okay and you can do combos with and stuff. But I think some of them are just meant to be beginner cards. Teach you how to play the game.
Rooting for that from Hallex. He hit the Apocalypse with the first one. I was like, oh, he's gonna get him. Hit them both. I thought that was about to happen.
Yeah.
As is, he's in a weird spot here where if any of the cards currently on the board, he needs his Swordmaster to go to Strange Academy and their Angela to go to Strange Academy, I think. Oh, they filled it up. Or sorry, to Monster Island. Oh, we're a little bricked here.
Yeah, this is not looking
This
great.
is now, I think, probably unwinnable. Especially if our Swordmaster... Okay. Nightcrawler can move now. It's not unwinnable. Apocalypse wins. He just rolled that perfectly. But now we have to... Like, now... we probably lose the other 2 lanes. That's the issue. I think you got to leave this. I don't think there's a winning play here, especially against a bot. Although maybe his bots aren't mind readers. That's possible.
Yeah, we'll have to see because it's kind of a. Well, you got the bishop there too. So if they're just playing, even if they're playing 2 cards, and he's aware. I think that was definitely the correct play there.
I think that was correct. Yeah.
The Iron Man was really, really rough on that turn.
Agent Carter coming in to note that this is a blue Marvel deck, and thus there was even less of a chance to win.
Okay, yeah.
We were in trouble.
Yeah, this is hilarious that he just knows this kind of stuff. That's pretty funny.
He has a sheet. Actually, he sent me the sheet. I can't leak it though, so there you go. I just get to pretend to be cool because I also have the sheet.
Agent Carter, can I have the sheet, please? I just want to see because this is actually genuinely like super interesting to me.
Multi-versus gamer. What are we talking about here?
I mean, that game's fun too. I've got a sheet for that.
Oh, he released it now. Okay, I didn't realize it was in full release.
Oh, okay.
When he sent it to me, it was not.
It's available for the public.
No.
He's got a Venom, Claw, Devil Dinosaur, and a Black Cat from Triskelion here.
That's cool because it actually kind of looks like that might have been the first time he's had Venom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's reading these cards. That's awesome, man. See, this is the other reason why I like Triskelion is because when I first started playing this game, one of the first things that I really loved was I'd get District X games where I didn't know what was going on. I had a District X game where I had Lockjaw and Mr. Negative, and played a card, and Lockjaw pulled a Hobgoblin that had been negative, and immediately gave my opponent 5 power.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Super cool. That was so cool. I still remember that game. I couldn't tell you any of the games that I've won with negative Sarah, but I can tell you about that game. And that is what Triskelion lets you do. You always going to remember the cool things you got off Triskelion. So yes, big Triskelion fan here.
Absolutely. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about to you guys about I mean, this is a little bit unrelated, but I just want to talk about a little bit about there's definitely seems like there's archetypes in this game that have not really realized their full potential or just do not have the cards to support them right now. So the 2 that I'm thinking of in my head right now are Zero decks and Crystal decks. And those are 2 almost they just can't quite do enough work on their own to build a deck around them. And I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts of if it's just because cards have not been explored enough, and there's still potential for something to be built with those kind of cards in this metagame, or if we just simply have to wait for new cards to build viable decks with those.
We'll speak on Zero decks first. I have played a pretty decent amount of Zero actually. But the way I think of Zero is it's not just a Zero deck, it's a Venom deck, it's an Enchantress deck. There are multiple ways to do what you need to do, but I think it scales with how good Enchantress is. The upside of the deck for me is that your tech card does work not just offensively, but defensively. So if you manage to get, say, a Red Skull in the Iron Man lane, and boy, does Red Skull make Iron Man look juicy.
Yeah.
You can really shut people down. I think that's the upside. I think the downside is that it is a little bit just straight up underpowered, right? You're putting points on the board. You're not outscaling the decks that put more points on the board. And you're definitely not outscaling Iron Man unless you hit it with Enchantress, and then they have the Mystique Iron Man in the other lane, and they have more ability to be flexible than you do.
Yeah.
As far as, what was the second archetype you mentioned, actually?
Crystal.
Crystal, right now, I love her. I want to play her. Their buff that they applied to her was a nerf.
That was terrible. That was
terrible.
I had someone argue me that was an action that was so much better because it gave the archetype flexibility, and I'm like, it does not. This is the dumbest. This is just a dumb change. It's just
when you play a Crystal deck, you put her in there for a reason.
Yeah,
and that reason is you want to use her effect most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. If
you want to buff Crystal, make her draw more cards.
Yeah.
Make her pitch 3, discard 4. Easy. That's a great buff to her. She'd be a great card. Drawing cards is really strong in this game.
Yeah.
Right now, she's functionally just bad Sarah. Even when she works and goes in the correct lane, the deck that she wants to play, the cards she wants to play, match up badly into Sarah, because even if you're drawing extra cards, you still only have the same amount of spaces on the board.
Yeah.
And Sarah is able to leverage those better, which is to say nothing of Sarah Negative, which leverages them better than anything else because of multiple Iron Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like-
my standpoint on those two cards is, I think Zero is more of a build around card to enable cards to the big guys and your Red Skulls and stuff like that. And then I think Crystal's more of a role player. I don't think you build a Crystal deck. I think you put Crystal in a deck where you're running out your hand and want to refill, or Negative would work to throw it back and draw hopefully a whole bunch of cards that have been flipped. But I think there's two different things.
Hallex just lost 8 cubes.
Yeah,
that
that
could have
was-
taken him to 24.
That was really rough. I think not playing the Dino in the raid, I think, was a big misplay. In my I think like that was gonna be like he could have just dropped one Dino and like a Blade or something. Or do you even play the Blade's not more power than just playing just Dino in the raid because you're losing the card from your hand and discarding a card. Yeah, so you would just play just Dino in the raid there. I think was winning. Like most of the time, there's not much that's beating that other than like the other Dino, or like an Iron Man potentially. I don't know if he had other power in that lane, but that just kind of was a bit of a misplay from him. But that's okay. He's still got 8 cubes, but he's almost out of time here. So and
that could have been it, man. He could have beaten out famous streamer Mr. Metal with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Put his name on the board with a with a pool 2 deck. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it's looking like and we'll see how it goes. But he's got time for 1 or 2 more games. Is this our last game that we're watching here?
Yeah, this is the last one we've got.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So we see Holla. He's going hard into Holla early. He's definitely pushing to win this. Got a couple cards in mirror. All right. I like playing Electro just in the mirror, just to empty the hand for Apocalypse, and to start getting the mirror procs.
I've noticed that he's very focused on Mirror Island value. Through watching him, it's definitely something that I've noticed about the way he plays.
Yeah,
he's a big I want to get everything I can out of this Mirror Island, which I think is a typical response to it. Although it's worth pointing out that it's very easy to beat someone who invests into Mirror Island early if you have big swing cards like Iron Man. Iron Man sort of breaks the symmetry of Mirror Island, and so if you're fully invested in it, and they can just play an Iron Man and beat your investment, that puts you in a bad spot. You've blown 4 cards, you've blown a lot of information, and right now they have Angela and Nightcrawler. I don't know if I feel confident further investing into this island.
Yeah, absolutely. Just every time I see I have Iron Man and I see Mirror, I just know that I don't have to put I can only just put if I just put 1 or 2 small cards in there and then just drop Iron Man on 5, I'm getting anywhere from 10 to 16 more power there, over the next couple turns. It's just a ridiculous number. So because of the doubling. So
Hallex is about to get blown out by this Hala.
Yeah, that was absolutely brutal.
Oh.
Took the Swordmaster. Is this still winnable is the question. Bishop has to go into mirror here, and then Apocalypse.
The answer is it depends on if they hit a further Apocalypse proc.
Yeah.
I think it is possibly still winnable, but they hit the Apocalypse with that Swordmaster, and that makes it real awkward. Blade, we gotta leave.
Yeah,
we leave right now.
Yeah,
we
good.
are out of this game.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Go.
Go to sleep.
We gotta go.
We gotta head out. It's time.
We gotta get out. We have to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I would have left so much earlier so he would have maybe had time to play 2 more games. But
man, that was a crazy blowout with that Iron.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, Hala was nasty.
Yeah. All right. Is that our last one? That we're good?
That is the last one for sure.
All right. Well, thank you guys, everybody who came and hang out with us today. What is Mr. Metal wearing? Is he changing outfits every hour? He's wearing a duck hat
Yeah.
like hat now.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that is what he's doing.
Absolutely
I think
crazy.
we should host Hallex.
That's
Yeah,
yes,
give him a
that's
host,
exactly
yeah.
what I'm doing. Yep.
All right, so yeah, appreciate everybody drop by, and one more time, real quick, we'll just shout out if you guys aren't aware that this is the first community cube rush, and so you guys are able to participate in this one just online. So if you guys want to head over, someone's got what's the command in chat? I keep forgetting the command in chat. What is it? Someone
CRMSZ exclamation point CRMSZ.
CRMSZ. We have got to come up with a better.
You're typing like an old dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually different.
It's
got,
Cube
like,
Rush
Boomer
Marvel
APM.
Snap Zone.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why this is why is it not just like, I don't know. That is hard to abbreviate that more.
He doesn't understand abbreviations.
Yeah,
It's
all
okay.
right. So, but you guys be sure to check out the Cube Rush on Marvel Snap Zone, and be sure to you guys can sign up for that. Submit a video of your hour-long Cube Rush and try to make it to the top of the leaderboard. So, but I really appreciate everyone hanging out, and it was really great. This is my first time back in a month, and so it was awesome talking with you, Loot, and with you, Kanye, as well. So yeah.
All right, y'all. It has been a blast. I am KanyeBest. You can catch me on Twitch on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at KanyeBest MTG. Don't ask me what the MTG stands for. I will tell you it stands for meeting. You can find my writing over at Marvel Snap Zone, but if you really want to find everything for me, you can follow me on Twitter, also at KanyeBestMTG. Give me a shout over there, and the face of the Snap community is the duck, indeed, Willow. That is the face of the Snap community right there, Mr. Metal. But we're gonna make Hallex the face of the Snap community. If you want to launch that raid, Lootmuncher, sounds good to me.